Hello, good morning. So, I know everyone is still figuring out how to get into the rooms. If you are here, you can chat, use the chat to say hello. I hope you guys had an amazing week. And I am very grateful that you guys are here today. My name is Shakita Lewis, and I am the owner of Yayo's Wellness Garden. I'm located here in Chicago, and I am a Reiki master as well as a doula. Good morning. Hey, beautifuls. Um, I'm a Reiki master as well as a wellness doula. So what does that mean, right? So I'm a doula. I'm a fertility, postpartum, sex, and studying to be a full spectrum doula. And I also do womb work. For women who have experienced sexual traumas and just traumas in general to help them release it from their body. And that is how we're here with Reiki for Wellness, right? So, as a Reiki master, I offer services virtually, and it's so great to have these services to align your chakras. As you can see, I have like my little chakra thing going on here. So, if you aren't familiar with the chakras, then we're going to briefly go over that as well. Good morning, Kenda. Hi, Destiny. Hey, LaRonda. Hey, B. Thank you guys for being here. So, the chakra system, right? If you're not familiar. Hi, Maya. So the chakra system are seven energy points on the body. They start at the crown of the head to the base of our spine. Each chakra represents something different. And so, going in order, the first one is red, and it is called the root chakra. The root chakra houses your safety, your family relationships, as well as your protection and being grounded. This chakra is important because if you want to exercise or you want to change your diet, it's very important. You will see it in this area. Also, like I say, your family relationships, your career, entrepreneurship, the way you feel about life in general is housed in the root chakra. So oftentimes, if we don't feel safe in the decisions that we make, that literally has to do with the root chakra. And other ways that you can support your root chakra is by grounding, doing the meditation, yoga, like I said, working out, changing your diet, or even trusting yourself and feeling safe and making a career change. So that is the red root chakra, and it's based at the bottom of our spine. So when I do Reiki, I'm usually at the feet, at the person's feet, holding their ankles so that they can become grounded. The second chakra is the solar plexus, and this is the orange chakra. This chakra is located right below the navel. So if you put your hands like this and place it under your navel, then this will be your sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is super, super important, especially for women, because this is our womb. This is your sexual organs. This is also where we house our traumas. This is where what we activate in order to manifest, as well as your creativity and all the thoughts and ideas and the plans you want to execute circle around in this area. For me, this is one of the most important chakras because I noticed that as we move through life, and when I'm providing alignment or helping people become aligned by clearing out some of the noise with Reiki on this chakra, that we tend to hold healing that is necessary for our inner child. Um, or just relationships, like the emotional aspect. It also houses your emotions too. So a lot of women tend to, I call them hard bodies because we're so soft and delicate and feminine, but when we present ourselves to the world, we have this exterior of like, I have to handle this, I have to do this, things have to go in order. I don't have the opportunity to sit and dwell on certain emotions or feelings because things need to happen. I have to provide for my children, I have career goals, all these things. And you see, that's a lot of energy. So imagine that energy there. as well as your ambition, your need to manifest and support yourself with that is like circulating. So when we have hard times, like trying to decide, like, what's triggering us, at the same time wanting to excel and create space for expansion, it can get a little bit confusing. And that's when Reiki comes in to help clear out some of that stuff that don't belong to you. A Reiki session also can acknowledge that it's something there that you haven't healed from that needs attention. So then that way you can become more aware, you can acknowledge it, and then you can decide how you want to move forward with that energy. And 9 times out of 10, you're like, hey, I don't want this in my body. Let me get this out. And then you can start to do the additional work that complements Reiki, which is journaling and spiritual baths and meditating. So I know that was a lot for the sacral chakra, but that's my jam, right? Um, the next chakra is the third chakra, and this one is the solar plexus. This color is yellow and it's vibrant. It always gives me Beyonce vibes, right? So when you think about Beyonce and wearing yellow, she is on fire. She's showing up. She's taking names and kicking ass, excuse my French. But the yellow solar plexus chakra is housed right above the navel. So taking your hands like this and placing it above the navel, that is where your solar plexus energy is. This ultimately encompasses your gut. So your intestines, your stomach, your gut. And it's a literal sense. Hey, Veronica, how are you? It's in the literal sense of you trusting your gut instincts. When you have that feeling like, I know this is going to happen, or I know this is going to work out for me. That's where that energy lays. In addition to that, our ego sits there too. So when you're like, I don't know, or you can ego trip, or sometimes like doing the most, that's what that is, doing the most, that's where that energy is coming from. So in a Reiki session, usually how that shows up is that someone might not be trusting the process, like that might be the last switch that you need to take the chance, having the confidence. When you think of yellow and the solar plexus, it's all about confidence. Like, hey, I can do this. I've studied this. I've mastered this. I know exactly what I'm doing. That's when you get your courage and your strength and you show up in that area. And on the flip side to that, it's like, you can have self-doubt. The solar plexus mixed with the root chakra can excite fear and become a little timid. And the great thing about it is, like, if you're an introvert and you focus on your solar plexus energy, it allows you to turn it on when necessary. Because everyone doesn't like the spotlight, and that's okay. But if you know you have to show up to speak, or you have to show up to express yourself and get people to live in that moment and just be confident and strong for that space, you can activate your solar plexus and you can go in, handle it, and then you could go back into being comfortable, right? So that is the third chakra, which is the solar plexus. The next one is so important as well, and this is your heart chakra, which is placed right here in the sternum. That kind of, it goes, it's all this area, of course, your heart, but all of this here is the heart chakra. And this is very important too, because this is how you maintain your well-being. And it expresses how you love other people, it expresses how you receive love, and it also like shows how you love yourself. We always talk about loving people, you loving someone, someone loving you, but how you love yourself is so, so important. And that's what the heart chakra is all about. It's also about purpose and passion too. So something that's near and dear to your heart, something that you might have always loved, or maybe you're like an empath and you have a super large heart to where you're always wanting to help people, you're always wanting to be like saving someone, and ultimately you have to maintain that balance Because if you are someone who is helping other people expand and grow and you give so much love, your heart chakra can be off balance. And this is where Reiki can come into play so that you can actually energetically take the time to prioritize yourself, create a self care plan, figure out what your morning routine is about. That is what that chakra is all about, creating that foundation for you to love yourself first so that you can use your overflow to help everyone else. And then now you can have the balance of not being depleted and worn out. You're able to process all the information from your other chakras a lot better. And because it is in the center and it is the fourth chakra, it's the only chakra that can house the top and bottom ones, that can encompass all of them and activate all of them well. So that goes again to proving that when you love yourself first, then you activate all the other areas of your chakras and show up the way you need to in other spaces and places of your life. Now, the fifth chakra is all the chakras are important. I feel like I say this chakras are important for each one. However, the blue chakra is this one here. And it's the fifth one, and this is the throat chakra. And baby, let me tell you, when it comes to Reiki and energetically aligning with your throat chakra is so important. So the throat chakra, you're like, okay, communication, right? So it's how you communicate with other people. If you communicate with other people, because an imbalanced throat chakra can definitely lead to you not speaking up for yourself. It can lead to you not declaring your true needs and desires, or maybe you see something and you're not in safe spaces to communicate that. So that is what it look like in balance. You can tend to be in situations to where you're talking too much, and what that look like is, for example, if you're not in a safe space in your home to vocalize your needs and your wants, then you can go to work and then you become chatty or you're like, yeah, and this happened and that happened. When therapy is a great alternative to that, or journaling, again, is a very great resource so that you can communicate with yourself. A healthy balanced chakra, a throat chakra, is therapy, journaling, speaking up for yourself, using the right timing to address things. And that also leads to you not letting things fester and bubble up within you. Because a closed throat chakra ultimately means that you're taking this information and processing it, and you're not saying it. And because you're not saying it, it goes down to your sacral chakra and it becomes a trauma because your body is like, I need to get this out. But because you don't release it using your voice, it gets trapped. Your throat chakra and Reiki is important because maybe you're pivoting in your business, kind of like Coco Coalition, to whereas now you want to take an opportunity to voice what you want to do, how you want to pivot, and you sharing that with other people and letting people support you. It comes with communication. Like it's very, very important. So communication shows up in all aspects of our lives. Now, one of the most important ways to honor your throat chakra is to communicate with yourself. Sometimes it's not always necessary to take information and then regurgitate it or give it to other people. Checking in with yourself to say, hey, I've learned something new. How do I want to apply that to myself? How is this going to benefit me? Or maybe taking your ideas and laying out a plan and being strategic can help you move to the next phase or level of your life. So that's when the throat chakra comes into play. So if you're having troubles in any of those areas, energetically, by receiving Reiki, it can help clear out some of that noise so that you can tend to yourself and know how to communicate with yourself better. So, as we're moving up, the next one is the sixth chakra, and this is the third eye, which is located here. So, if you're feeling like you're not trusting yourself, you can kind of rub your third eye. And this one is all about intuition, right? Like women are so intuitive. We're like, oh my goodness, like I foresee or I believe. And usually we'll sit back and time will pass and we're like, I knew that was gonna happen. I seen that. And it's an exciting chakra. And ultimately it's about trusting yourself, trusting the process, and trusting your environment as well. So, what does not trusting yourself look like in having an imbalanced third eye? It means that you have studied, you've worked hard, and then you get to your project and you're like, I don't think that's going to work. And that's not to say that it won't, but when it comes to the timeline of you having a set goal, and then you study, you meet people, you make connections, everything's aligning, and you get to the end result, and you're like, I'm gonna pull back. That's your third eye. That's you not trusting yourself and not trusting the process that you literally went through, the process that you literally asked for, the process that you wanted clarity about. That's what the third eye is about, clarity. Like, how do I do this? And then you get it, and then you're like, not so much. We have to be mindful and honor ourselves and trusting ourselves. It is when you have seen situations and you've lived them, you survived them, and then it shows up again in your life. Because let's be real, that happens. We've all had situations like, oh, I don't want to do that no more. Like, I'm good on that. But then it happens again. And we're like, I've seen this before. And then we're like, I'm gonna still go and do it again. And you're like, you know better. You've seen this. Trust what you feel. Trust what you're seeing. Trust that this might not be the best thing that's working for you. And that's okay. To take a step back. Like, man, I wanted this to work because sometimes our true desires and what we want to work fully isn't always in alignment, right? So your third eye and trust in the process. And some processes can be very, very nerve-wracking and it can lead to anxiety. For some people, the process can lead to depression because all of the work that you're doing to better yourself, to connect with other people, to expand and truly live the life that you know that you desire, it requires work. And that work can be ugly. That work can be ugly. That work can get really real, real fast. So, taking a time out to trust yourself. An activity that I used for myself because I'm a divorcee, and after merging and living my life with someone for over a decade, I had trouble trusting myself afterwards. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I've been with him. I don't really know what to do, how to navigate. Am I going to be learn to love the process? Yes, but it still can be ugly, sis. Like, let's be real, real honest. Like, am I where it's like this can get real ghetto real fast? But you can love the process too, because once you love it, then you will walk into your next journey or transition into your next phase with the understanding that this is gonna be a process. So let me put my, boots on. Let's strap up, get girded. Let me get all my tools and my resources because you're not gonna defeat me. I'm gonna win. Um, but back to the story of trusting yourself in the process. Um, I became a single mom and a divorcee, so life looked completely different. And this is just a new phase in my life I've never experienced. And I'm just like, the rug is pulled from under me. What do I do? Where do I go? Again, going back to journaling. As you can see, journaling is my jam, right? Journaling helped me so much to trust the process. I had to journal about what do I want life to look like for me? And then use my intuition and exercise my intuition to believe that this can happen. And then breaking it down using my throat chakra to create the plan and the process and loving myself with my heart. Like, okay, listen, we got this. We're going to get through it. And all of these things, and as you notice, the other chakras are supporting my third eye and my intuition. They are all in communication with each other. Trust me. If your root is off, it will affect the other ones and it will show up accordingly. So all of my chakras are being off balance because I'm frustrated with trusting myself. Another activity during journaling that I absolutely love and I recommend to everyone is to check in with yourself. Checking in with yourself looks like this. So I don't know if you've been dating or if you're single, married, or whatever your lifestyle is. At some point, you want attention, right? So it can become a distraction to get other people to validate what you know is true for yourself. And that's another sign of an off balance intuition or third eye chakra. We will have ideas and then we'll be like, we need somebody to co sign this. Don't nobody need to co sign it because those are your emotions. This is your destiny. This is your purpose. This is your power. You can do things to affirm that and get support. So become getting support with an idea or trusting yourself looks completely different than seeking validation and needing someone to co-sign that. And here's why. When you have an idea and you're like, this is what I'm doing, and people support it, it amplifies. You like, and you share your idea, and you're like, girl, I'm about to do this. And someone like, yeah, girl, that's a good idea. It gives you so much power. It activates your solar plexus, right? You're like, you damn right, sis, let's do it. I'm gonna do it. And people congratulating you. It just make you feel so strong. It gives you so much strength and so much like courage, like, I got this. But if you don't agree, guess what? The show must go on. That is you being supported and using that support to amplify what you're doing. Now, being codependency is very big on the third eye. Being codependent and seeking validation with trusting yourself, it looks like you have an idea. You've been journaling about it, you prayed about it, you meditated, you like, I'm gonna get the courage. I'm doing it this time. And then you show up and maybe someone and that's super important to you, that you love dearly and you share many things with. They might be in their like mind you, we got our own things going on. So they might be in their own funk, they might be going through something right now, but however, you decide to share that with them. And now they're not supportive. And so now it weakens your ability to trust yourself because you're like, now you didn't get the response you wanted. And now you're like, man, maybe it wasn't a good idea. And then you share with someone else and they're not as excited. And then you're like, I'm going to hold off because I'm not getting the response that I want. When their situations have nothing to do with your purpose, it has nothing to do with your passion. It has nothing to do with your gifts. And your assignment is literally your assignment. It is what is going to propel you to the next level. This is something that you actually taking the courage to do this. It might trickle over and help them and they don't even know it. So being mindful of yourself, trusting yourself, and the check-in I was telling you about journaling looks like, oh, how are you feeling today? And sometimes we don't ask ourselves that. How are you feeling today? How did you sleep? This is literally what I would write down in the journal. How was your sleep? Okay. What would make today a good day? Right? And a really great one to trust yourself is what do you need today? How can someone help you? Because if you're going and you're progressive and you're just strong, like I said, hard body women just out here, I got this. I'm doing this black girl magic. I got it all. And then someone says, do you need help, sis? And you'll be like, what? Like they're speaking a foreign language. Like, do I need what? No one really offers that. So if you are in tune with yourself and you're journaling, and you're like, you know what, I can't actually use someone to input these emails. Or I do need, it could be something simple like, I would like to go to lunch with one of my girls. And, we can't do that. But, or I would like to do a video Zoom with someone to just shoot the shit. I just need comfort right now. I need a peace of mind. I need a break. Matter of fact, I need some coffee because today is going to be a busy day, right? So you're journaling and you check in with yourself, and now you know that, and you'll be surprised. The magic is that you knowing actually allows the universe to say, give her what she asked for. That's on me. That's the universe communicate like, that's on me. We're going to send somebody to help that sister. You'll randomly get a phone call, text, a message, a DM like, what you need today? And you'll be like, I need this. Now you have an answer. We can't feel bad for needing things or wanting things or needing to be supported or wanting help. We can't do everything ourselves. Like, I don't know if you know. We work better as a team. And even though you have it all together for that moment, someone desire and purpose is to help other people. And if you're helping other people, then trust and believe you need that same love and that energy back. B says, I'm tired of the Strong Black Woman Award. I need a break. Listen, I'm not even putting my name on the list. Okay. Okay. So no, because you're strong in your being. The fact that you exist, let's be real for a minute. The fact that you exist and the things you naturally do, you're already a strong Black woman. We don't need to be taking down the house and moving mountains unnecessarily just to prove this. I'm here, I'm present, and I'm strong. Because what I do outside of this is already a reflection of that. So let's not, use things or get opportunities or get out of the habit of wanting that stigma and wanting that hard body and get it tatted on our back. Mm-mm. Because trust your intuition and the way you protect people, the way you serve people, the way you show up for them in their lives is already self-explanatory. And the gag is that everyone don't have to see it. Most of your blessings come from the love that you give outside of what everyone can see. Everything isn't showcased because the real work starts within, and those closest to you get the blessings, and their overflow help that overflow. It's like a pyramid. About like the pyramid scheme. Think of yourself as a pyramid scheme because everybody getting rich off of it, obviously. I'm going to get rich energetically about it because when I pull my cup up, it goes to my children. It goes to their friends. It goes to my friends. Like, who's next? Um, Destiny says, I agree with you, B. Losing my mother this year to COVID made me throw that award away. It's okay not to not be strong. Um, I'm sorry. Um, Losing my mother this year made me throw away that the award I have learned this year. I'm sorry for your loss too, Destiny. And even the purpose of the room using Reiki for wellness. If you experience the loss of a loved one, even relationships, because those are losses as well, Reiki is really, really good for that. I can't count how many clients, if not almost all of my clients, have experienced a loss. And Reiki, I'm also a medium. I didn't share that. So oftentimes people are really comforted with just being during our Reiki sessions. It's an energetic safe space, even though it's virtually. It's an energetic safe space for you to release things that aren't serving you. It's an energetic space, safe space for you to let go of those frustrations and embrace the mourning. Um, we don't oftentimes allow ourselves to mourn properly. And I say that in the sense of dedicating time, personal time, to reconnect your mind back to your body with receiving a loss, you know? It takes an adjustment because now your life looks different. Now you have to process life differently. And that's not a bad thing to be burdened with, but it is very important to know that you are deserving of that time to be poured into, in that moment. So, Destiny, sending great energy, Reiki energy your way so that you are safe and protected and that you are being honored, in your time of grief. Um, Briefly talking about loss and self care and Reiki, again, that being Reiki is self care. It allows yourself to check in with yourself. Before I go into this field of that, I guess it kind of coincides with the last chakra, which is the seventh chakra. Um, I spent a lot of time on the third eye because women's intuition, sometimes we have been taught by society to ignore it, to dismiss it, and we can foresee and feel so much. Even though I am intentional about strengthening that part of me because I'm a holistic practitioner and a wellness advocate, everyone has this. Everyone, all of you that is on here, anyone that sees the recording, this isn't something that is just dedicated to one person. We all are born with this gift. And I encourage you, I hope that my words resonate with you to sit with that gift that you have. We are all gifted in that area. It's just like a muscle, like everything else. It takes work. It have to be stretched. It have to be broken and rebuilt. And when you rebuild it, baby, you thought you was doing something. Now they ain't seen nothing yet. And that's for all of you powerhouses because for you to be here today and to be networking and here to listen and implement different ways you can heal and be present with yourself is honorable. Like, thank you. Your body is saying thank you. That's the collective message of today to all the women that is here receiving this message. Your body, your mind, and your spirit is saying thank you for choosing you, even when it don't feel like it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when when it doesn't feel like you have a lot of opportunity to pour into yourself. You being here is doing that. And that's just the breadcrumb to all the other ways that you choose to pour into yourself and to support yourself. So we have about a good 10 minutes left in the workshop. And so the last one, I'm like wanting to hold up my sound bowl, is purple. And this is the crown chakra. Your crown chakra is located here, where I like to highlight the soft spot. When babies come out, it's the soft spot right there. And it's so sensitive. And that's where we get our energetic downloads, messages. This is your higher self. This is your connection to the divine, the most high, the God you serve. When you're praying, this is your direct connection. When you're saying your prayers up, when you're doing your meditations, you and your higher self and walking forward, into the future with all these tools and strengthening yourself. That is what the crown chakra is. Veronica says that my favorite color. Yes, it's my favorite color too. It has been for a very long time. Oh, yes, the third eye chakra is indigo. So I'll go through all of them again. But indigo is for the third eye, and then purple is for the crown. And the crown kind of goes into honoring yourself and your higher self as well, knowing that you are strong, knowing that you are protected, knowing that you are guided. And for some of us who choose to honor our ancestors, please understand me. I got a whole squad behind me, okay? My ancestors ain't playing no games, and yours aren't either. Knowing that you are not on this journey alone. And that you do have the tools and the resources to accomplish everything you were sent here and designed to do. That is what the crown chakra is all about. So, even within that, a brief story is that I lived in Egypt for almost 5 years. And in that period of time, I have an autoimmune issue, and it's a rare muscle disease. And I was over there minding my business, teaching English, and my body started to break down. I couldn't walk. I couldn't hardly talk. And this is something that I had since I was 18. And at this time, I was about 25 when this started to happen again, right? So, honoring my higher self, I knew, I seen my physical body slow down. I've noticed and took note mentally that I can't use my arms the way it's designed to be used. I can't use my legs to climb up the stairs or walk. It was very difficult. I'm a mom of four, so at that time I had two babies. I couldn't hold my baby. Like my arms were just getting so tired. I was so fatigued, and I didn't listen. My higher self is like, look, baby, you better get to a hospital because it's getting real. I ended up in the hospital in a coma for about a week. And the lesson of my higher self was this: if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be here. We gave you the tools necessary in the mental, spiritual, and the physical. Because what we don't realize is that before it show up in the body, it was already going on up here. And we have the signs and we ignore them. And it goes into the third eye chakra too, because mind you, they're both here. They communicate with each other. But your higher self is knowing you have a purpose. It's a reason why you're here. It's a reason why you survived that. It's a reason why you were able to have your babies and pour into them despite the way it showed up and how it played out. You have a purpose here and you need to honor that. Your crown chakra wants you to honor yourself, honor your purpose, honor those nudges, honor those messages that you get, honor the randomness of people walking up to you and sharing their life. And you're like, what? How did we get here? Because they trust you. It's so many people that need safe spaces, but you need a safe space as well. Honor that. Honor that you need exactly what you're giving out to everyone else. Honor that you are just as important as the people that you feel are important in your life. And this is a compliment of you. This is not for you to lay down and just say, I don't have it. And sometimes you don't have it. Let's be real. Because I said I'm a mama for it. Sometimes I don't have it. And that's okay. That doesn't make me weak. That doesn't make me less important. That doesn't take away all my experiences and everything I studied. I am still that woman. I am still here to make moves and shake some rooms. And so are you. So are you. And with 5 minutes left, we'll go back through the chakras. So I hope that resonated with you all. If you have any questions or comments with the last 5 minutes, please leave them in there. If you have any feedback, I'm open to that as well. And I thank you guys for taking this chakra journey with me to know how Reiki and energy work together with the chakras to help you stay aligned and what imbalances may look like, and why getting a Reiki service, no matter where you are in the world, can help you be in alignment with your purpose and your passion. So, going back, 7 chakras. Started from the bottom is red for the root chakra, orange for the solar, no, yes, I'm sorry because I'm getting excited. Orange for the solar plexus, yellow for the no, sorry, excited again. Red for the root, orange for the sacral chakra, yellow for the solar plexus, green for the heart chakra, blue for the throat chakra, and indigo for the third eye, and purple for the crown chakra. Loranda says this is excellent and perfect way to begin the day with Coco. Please make your contact info. Absolutely. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and kicking it. And I hope that, it was super helpful. Veronica says she's 22 years young and would like to get into holistic work. What advice do you have for me starting? It depends on what you want to do with holistic work. So one is understanding that this is a lifelong journey. There's so many things I haven't learned that I want to learn. And being okay with ever evolving and always wanting to try new things and learn new things is super, super important. I think the most favorite thing that I tapped into was my sound bowls. These singing bowls here. I got mine off of Amazon. I don't know if you were in the meditation before we started, but this is what it sounds like. So playing those and doing meditations have been super exciting for me, and it helps people instantly, So if you're looking to start somewhere, yoga is a really good practice. I always encourage women to learn about the chakra system because for me to communicate my needs and my purpose, it has served as a staple, for myself. Like I live by it fully in addition to praying and meditating and the Bible, making things your own. There's no one way or right way to start holistically. You starting with loving yourself usually is the foundation because people learn from your experiences, people learn from what you've been through. You are the holistic practice, even though like it's disguised as many things and career wise. Trust me, you're probably a healer in your own industry, whether you're at work, in accounting, and customer service, you're still helping and healing people because that's what we do. But I do recommend meditation and sound therapy. Veronica says, she's interested in a long journey starting with yoga. Yes, yoga is amazing. And they go through the chakra systems as well. So as you're, proceeding and learning the different healing modalities, because you got chiropractic work, you got Tai Chi yoga, you have breathing exercises, you have tantra, you have so many things. And what I like to do is chew the meat and throw away the bones because you are an individual. How you show up is unique. And when you pull the great things that you want to align yourself with, then that's all you can do because you make it your own anyway. Courtney says yoga is a better way to be mindful if you have trouble doing meditation solo. Yes. And even yoga, I mean, meditation is make meditation your own. Even with healing, healing is your own. I usually don't try to quiet my mind in meditation. I use the sound bowls to kind of channel out and allows kind of like a distraction so that I'm not focused too much. Or you can use meditation to actually sift through your thoughts and then choose which ones actually resonates to be present. Um, so use get in. It's not get in where you fit in, but it's like make it your own. Don't be so strict and hard on yourself. That is our last message before we get out of here. Don't be too hard on yourself. Embrace who you are naturally and let everyone enjoy who you are. So, again, my name is Shakita Lewis. I thank you all for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, LaShonda. You guys are amazing. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you, B and Veronica. Peace and blessings to you for the entire week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the new year. I wish you much prosperity and success. Follow me on Instagram. I got that from my daughter. She's 8. Follow me on Instagram and things. Have a good one. Bye.